Hello everyone, welcome to Fort in the Morning. Welcome all to episode 6. Great to see you all. Here we are with a skin today, HEADLOCK. Always liked this skin. It looked like something out of a creepypasta or a slasher film. It makes a really good Halloween skin. Easily one of my favorites. Anyone who has some sort of writing skill, I've always wanted to see some kind of creepypasta or horror legend based on this guy. What the heck is his head made out of? What is wrong with his body? All these details. So he'd make an awesome cosplay. Okay, everyone. Also, I'd like to mention, sorry I wasn't online yesterday. We have a lot of things we do on Sunday, like going to the plaza, and on top of that, maybe fiddling around with some new Skylanders I bought. Yeah, you see, me and my grandparents, every Sunday, we have this little tradition of ours where we go to Fox Plaza. We go to this plaza place. It's really, really cool. Basically, it's where I get most of my collectibles from at dirt cheap prices. One time when I went there, I bought a dual disc from Yu-Gi-Oh! It wasn't like one of those tiny little keychain dual discs or accessory. No, it was a real life-sized dual disc. You could put cards in it. It actually had the battery running, set life points. It was the real deal. Needless to say, one of my more favorite purchases. 5 seconds in the Nitrodome. Alright. So how are you all today? How's the morning treating you? Give it a second for HEADLOCK to render in. There he is! Wow, the graphics went down a bit. I feel like I'm playing on the Switch, not the Switch, the N64. Check this out. This dude not only has a freaking pillory as a back bling, he also has it as his freaking pickaxe. Dude has a freaking jaw pickaxe. And that's awesome. Anyway, let's heal up. Sorry about the camera angles. My Switch's controller has drift. You know, what else is different? Ding 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 ding. Have you guys ever seen that one YouTuber? I think his name was Dookie Shed. Apparently, his intro is based off of not only Flashman's theme from Mega Man 2, but also the fact that he loves that character so much because his main theme song, Flashman's theme, fits very well with Metallica's Seek and Destroy. Which, in all honesty, once I looked up a mashup for it, it was uncanny. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still freaking awesome, but... Sorry. It was still awesome, but at the same time, you gotta admit, that is a really cool parallel. Shoot! How am I gonna aim with this thing? Yeah, I really want my Switch to just, you know, work. But unfortunately, that is nigh impossible with these things. I saw I'm not talking too much, guys. Normally I have the chat to keep me company. So why don't I'll just talk about my day and hopefully someone springs up. Let's see. Well, recently yesterday I went to the pool with my parents. It was really fun seeing them and my little brothers again. We had a lot of fun. My dad was watching Justice League. Very, very good show. I never saw it as a kid because I thought it was a movie and not an actual series. I don't know how or why that... I don't know how or why that contributed to it, but jeez, do I feel like I missed out. Some pretty cool stuff in there. Anyway, for someone who looks like a slasher villain, hasn't really done much killing. Let's change that. Now all I need to do is just spend a bunch of bars. And now I have access to where the storm is gonna be next. That's better. Ah, Squirtle, good timing. How you doing, buddy? What's up, my dude? So, anyway, I don't know if I asked you this question before. I think I asked, like, 2 other people. But, let's say you got on... that Epic Games went up to you and asked, what character do you want to see in Fortnite? It could be anyone. A cartoon character, a video game character, a movie. Who would you put? Also, did I ask you that? I don't know, I feel like I haven't. I'm doing okay, and if I could choose after Fortnite, that's a hard choice. It really is, buddy. So, who would you choose if they went up to you and said, "Hey kid, we're running low on ideas." Well, we have a bunch of them, but we don't know which to choose. Who should we add to Fortnite? Anyone. Don't worry about licensing. We're Fortnite. We'll figure it out. Oh, shoot. I'm still using this like I would a grenade. Nuka-Cola. Anyway, so what do you think of the skin that I'm using, Squirtle? Here, let me get out of the car so I can show it to you. This is HEADLOCK. Looks like a slasher villain. You know, Squirtle has been telling me in Discord that this thing looks like a warthog, and especially the way I'm driving it. If anyone can make a compilation of me driving this thing with warthog music, please do. I would love to see that. Man! This thing had almost no reload ability. The name of that skin sounds like a Decepticon name. It does, doesn't it? Look at this thing. It was a Halloween skin. It's some sort of bear trap on his back. And look at the pickaxe. You probably can't tell, but it has some kind of shadowy covering on the face, which is honestly freaking awesome. I swear, I feel like this thing should have a creepypasta based on it. There do exist some Fortnite creepypastas, which are honestly not half bad. Say, do you remember have you ever read or listened to any of those when you were a kid? And if so, have any of them genuinely scared you? Or at the very least stuck with you? I remember when I was little, I used to watch the Sticky Paddle all the time. And one of them was the Tails doll. Like, that stuff was iconic. But the one that really freaked me out was the Doug Ratman stories. Basically, he was a scientist in Portal, and what's scary is this isn't really much of a story as much as it is a hidden feature. Basically, if you go to a certain test chamber, you find Doug Ratman, this guy who was the sole survivor of GLaDOS's attack. Also, now I know why the car skin you use with upgrades is so familiar. It reminds me of Lockdown, that show in the DS DOTM game, Dark of the Moon. Oh yeah, I've heard so many good things about that. I haven't gotten the game yet, but I really feel like I should. The only Transformers game I have of that is like, it's one on the PS3. I don't know which version it is, but I do know that I get to play as an airplane guy who is really cool. I forget his name. Breakaway, is it? Yeah, Breakaway. And the whole thing was basically Transformers TF2. Basically a shooter game with Transformers, and oh my god, it was awesome, is all I'm gonna say. I really wish it was still online. I wanted to buy the Starscream DLC where you basically play as G1 Starscream. You fly around, you get to fire off his null ray, and his special is just holding Megatron's gun mode and shooting it. I want Starscream in Fortnite. Like, it would be one thing if we got a little Starscream skin, just like the ones we got in the triple pack, but hear me out. Make it cel shaded, look like G1, and give him a traversal emote where he transforms into a little plane. The game is fun. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play it ever since my 2DS stopped working. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. Whoa! Okay, that was cool. This thing has almost no knockback whatsoever. Dang! Shoot. Well, didn't get a win on that one, but since I skipped yesterday's stream, I feel like it's only fair that I do a second one. You guys still with me? Okay. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, any of you guys remember your first creepypasta? Like I was saying, in the Portal one, this is a creepy Easter egg where Doug Ratman has... You mentioning the TF games is making me hate the moment I actually wanted to play the Cybertron games. I found out they were delisted a year ago. Pain! Yeah. I swear, Transformers needs a new game. It needs some sort of... I want it to be an FPS game. Choose which character you get to be. They add new ones, and especially G1 variants. I want to play as G1 Starscream in a shooter environment. You know, now that I think about it, that controversial version of the original Transformers, the Michael Bay verse, as people call it, got a lot of hatred back then, but nowadays people give it a fair shot, and I'm glad they do. I mean, they were the ones I grew up with, and even though I didn't like Transformers at the time, I it really takes me back to a simpler time, you know? So, yeah, the Doug Ratman den's pretty dang scary. What happens is that if you go to a certain room, there's a hidden door that it will take a while for you to get to. You aim a portal light bridge there, and you can actually find a secret den filled with a bunch of weirdly left and assorted mugs. It's really weird because they're just left upright as if they're leading you somewhere. And then you find out there's this giant chamber with a bunch of scribblings of a man who went insane. And as if the creaking fan wasn't creepy enough, it gets scarier because apparently if you listen close enough, yeah, people be hating on Bay formulas, but they were really fun. At least first three to me, at least. Agreed. And if you try to actually talk to... So anyway, if you look around, you'll find the Doug Ratman dens. You'll hear a bunch of incoherent babbling of phrases. And it's pretty weird because Portal is a game that makes you feel alone. So the thought that someone else is there, what should be very comforting, is actually creepy. Like, you're alone with someone. Who is this person? Are they a killer? Are they insane? Are they an ally? And you just hear what is in fact human speech just garbled beyond interpretation, just going off and off. It's really an eerie experience once you find it. Trust me when I say this. Yeah, so that was a pretty good one. Oh, you know another iconic creepypasta that I honestly feel like it would be kind of cool if they acknowledged it, the actual series? Ica Village from Animal Crossing. Ah, Draka Chaos, what's up? Nice to see you. Oh no, it's fine. I anyway had to restart the stream. I actually made a second one because, well, I skipped the stream yesterday, so I feel like doing 2 runs at once would be fair. Oh, yeah. So anyway, on the topic of creepypastas, which this skin looks like it should have at least 20 of them. Is that we were going over some of our favorite creepypastas that we saw as a kid. Mine were mostly seen from the Sticky Paddle, who went over creepy things found in video games. Very iconic YouTuber. I really miss his content. One of them I brought up was the Doug Ratman dens from Portal and Ica Village from Animal Crossing. You guys ever heard of it? I heard about it the first time I got my first Animal Crossing game, Animal Crossing New Leaf. My grandparents bought it early for me because they said it's gonna be my early birthday present. No, my early Christmas present. It was so much fun. I heard so much good things about it, and despite people saying that the 3DS Wii U era was the worst era for Nintendo, I had a lot of fun with it. I went there, made my village, and the fact that there was a creepypasta around this whole series, specifically Ica Village, it was pretty unnerving to say the least. Essentially, what it was is hard to say. It was a dream suite town, which is essentially seeing people's custom-made villages and towns. But when I went there, well, actually, when the writer himself went there, nothing looked right. It didn't look like a village. It looked more like a rustic. 1 minute, I'm reading the chat. It may be a bit standard, but my favorite creepypasta is probably either Slenderman or Sonic.exe. Oh, you can't beat the classics, am I right? It was interesting. It just had a bunch of incoherent phrases and villagers and 4 main houses that belonged to 3 different people, each of them getting more and more barren. And one of them had your typical look. About 3 mannequins celebrating a birthday, and one of them a creepy doll. Also, a girl dressed almost exactly like the creepy doll, which gets even more interesting. We call her Aika, and it's hard to explain. This is one of those creepypastas that you can't explain, you just have to see. What else is fun is when he visited the place and tried to explain it, he went into the closet in Animal Crossing and he stated the message, "Pretend like nothing was seen." What does this mean? What did I see here that was so horrifying that I'd instantly want to forget it? And the funny thing is, well, yes, that is the standard message for looking in someone else's cabinet in Animal Crossing. Something about the context here just didn't have the same vibe. So anyway, now that you're here, Dragon Chaos, this is the skin that I'm using. His name is HEADLOCK. If you were to make a creepypasta or something on him, I'd really love to hear it. In fact, actually, let's take this a step further. Anyone who makes a good HEADLOCK creepypasta, I will read it, get some artist to make a thumbnail for it, and I'll credit you for making it. I just really want something on this guy. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Despite how creepy the story is, it's making me want to play Animal Crossing again, though the storage is currently a problem for my Switch. I still have my Animal Crossing village. Ooh, I'll have fun with this. Alright, Dragon Chaos. Let's see. If you're still around, I'll post a link in my Discord for you to join. Then you can discuss it. Or write it down. Oh, someone sees me. Let's see, what other... Oh yeah, another creepypasta series that I loved was not really creepypastas themselves as much as they were just creepy Easter eggs in GTA. Yeah, I never thought it was possible, but for some reason in Grand Theft Auto, you can make some creepy stuff in there. Like, I mean, it's already difficult as heck because your whole game is mostly you running around killing everyone, but they actually managed to hide some pretty creepy stuff in there that makes you go, Oh, I do not want to run into that. For example, they basically confirmed that there's aliens there with alien sightings and their own version of the Men in Black. Heck, in the most recent game, well, at the time, man, GTA 5 was that long ago? Ugh, really showing my age here. Basically, you see a frozen xenomorph skull. No, not skull. A xenomorph body over there, and it is terrifying. Holy shoot! Spamton is here? Oh man, that's awesome. What up, Spamton? Thank you for joining us. Anyway, isn't there a thing where you get high and turn into a ghost? Or a goat? Probably. Though, ironically, that actually does happen in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Except you get hit with a mind opener. And by mind opener, I mean a plank. Despite these nitro fisks being for combat, I usually find myself using it to catch up with teammates, especially when they leave me behind. Grabba! Yeah, that is intense. So, like I was saying, outside of that, there's also probably the most famous one, the Heart of Liberty. Have you guys ever heard of it? Basically, they have some sort of Statue of Liberty in San Andreas or New York or wherever that game takes place in. If you can enter the Statue of Liberty, you find out that inside of it is an organic, beating human heart that you can actually shoot and have blood come out of. And all I can say is, that is awesome. I mean, it's scary and unnecessary, but overall, freaking awesome. Aw, shoot! I didn't even know you can heal your car that fast. Nope, there it is. And another one. Oh boy, this one is scary as heck. The Epsilon program. Basically, it was supposed to be... It's essentially... Well, it's a cult. That's all it is. And the funniest thing is, they have a website that actually exists. That was originally designed to promote the game. Which, that's pretty cool. As well as something known as the Infinity Killer, who has an extreme fascination with the infinity symbol. Which, can I just say, Infinity Killer? That is a metal name. I remember my uncle showing me that Easter egg years ago. It was creepy. Oh my god. Yeah. I thought a game where killing was probably the most normal, if not an encouraged thing, would make fear in GTA pretty damn difficult, but no, it isn't. I vaguely remember something... Another GTA... What was it called? Another creepy Easter egg where you can find in a random pitch 7 coffins just dug deep down. I remember hearing about a Pokemon creepypasta, something about Reshiram named Truth. Well, let's hear it. Quick summary, maybe? Alright, we got ourselves a better ride. Magneto gloves. Truth Hearts Reshiram. That does sound like a cool creepypasta name. The name was Truth Hearts. Nice to meet you, Spamton. Anyway. So after the stream, I'm going to post a link to my Discord. Hopefully we can discuss it. Spam Tim seems to know what I'm talking about. Nice to know. Ah, you know what all this talk on Pokemon creepypastas reminds me of? How many of you guys have remembered a YouTuber by the name of A Brandon to the Past? This guy was a really low-budget PokeTuber, and in all honesty, he felt like one of the OGs, okay? Like, I know nowadays we have M&J TV and whatnot, and lots of Pokemon stuff like that, but before then, we had this silly country-talking, long-haired guy named Brandon, and he was a real one. I really loved his content. It was really funny, and he also did a few Pokemon creepypastas. A few iconic ones were probably one of the few that really got to me was Lost Silver. As a boy who played Soul Silver first, it really tugged at my heartstrings seeing this. The name was Truth Heart. Spam Tim seems to know what I'm talking about. Greetings, Poke fans. Michael here. Yeah. Man, I miss A Brandon to the Past. I hope he's still around. This dude told frickin' Pokemon creepypastas very well, and I really hope I can make these things. I swear, the Lost Silver one, especially with that image of him and the bloody tears, which, yeah, I know is probably the most stereotypical cliche thing you can possibly do in a creepypasta. For me, as a kid who's never seen that done before, it really got to me and really jump scared me. I was up late at night just rethinking about these, about how freaking Silver had unknown Pokemon and he was trapped in a grave, and the creepy yet more sad music played at the end. It was a mental ride, wasn't it? These are the experiences that stick with you. Lost Silver's Pikachu stats all. Whoa, that's a lot of numbers that I need to read off without trying to get myself killed or unfocused. Hey, there's a reason cliches exist, because they work. Yeah, amen to that, brother. Oh, shoot. Forget this. Okay, we just had to ditch the call. This can be very problematic. Well, this could work. No freaking way. There's no way someone was dumb enough to leave behind Oscar's skull behind. No, wait, not his skull. His shotgun. Dude, this thing is basically the weapon that decides who wins. Let me ask you something. What's the biggest weakness of a shotgun? If it's not the range, it's likely the firepower. No, it's the rate of fire. And this thing, it basically shoots like a machine gun. Let's see here. Honestly, it's a bit of a shame. Most people are probably gonna know about Hypno's Lullaby from the frickin' from a frickin' Friday Night Funkin' mod, which, don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's and all, and I'm sure lots of work went to it, but it just doesn't have the same appeal as having it in a story talking about a modded game where you play as a trainer stuck between either a male or Vulpix, see a bunch of people just getting kidnapped, and then end up succumbing to Hypno's madness yourself. Unfortunately, though, this person... Wait, they're the last ones! We can win this! Okay, that's their assistant. That alone is going to make things pretty difficult. And they have Magneto's ability. Okay. Where are they? Where are they? Up here? This is that shotgun. It's way more better with sound. Not Pokemon, but D&D has an interesting one called the False Hydra. I honestly forgot about Friday Night Funkin' years ago. You got this? You know what? So did I. I also forgot that that thing was a thing entirely. Man, it was everywhere. Everyone was talking about mods and everything around it, and now it's just kind of vanished. Dang. Huh. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's kind of the fate of indie games, but still. Anyway, we got a victory. Granted, it was a victory from a second take, but, you know, we'll take what I can get. Man, pretty cool. Even when they took down Headlock in the first round, we still got back up, then exterminated the island. Now, that was amazing. Okay, everyone. I won the match. That was really fun. Thank you so much to everyone who came in. Thank you, Spamton. Thank you, Dragon Chaos. Thank you, Squirtle66. I had a blast. Alright, that's about to be the end for today. So, until next time, I'll see you tomorrow. You couldn't go 12 feet without hearing beep, boop, bop. Oh, yeah, pretty much. Or seeing gifs of girlfriend everywhere. That was a doozy. Anyway, so. Bye, Spamton. Bye, Squirtle. Bye, Dragon Chaos. Until next time, this has been Fort in the Morning. This is EnderGeo, tuning out.